Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to review adding and subtracting with negatives. Actually, today we're just going to do the adding part. Tomorrow we'll do the subtracting part. Okay, so let's remember a couple things real quick. We have two number lines here. One's horizontal. This one's horizontal. This goes with the horizon. And this one's vertical because V, you go up and down like that. So it's vertical. All right, so on both number lines, you have positive numbers and negative numbers. On a horizontal line, positive numbers are to the right of 0, and to the left of 0 are negative numbers. On a vertical number line, positive numbers go up, negative numbers go down below 0. All right, so we're going to review a little bit about how to add negative and positive numbers. So when you add positive numbers, we all know like 3 plus 5 is 8. So you're at 3, you make 5 jumps, you go to 8. All right, so that's pretty easy. So let's talk about when you add a negative number. So if you have a negative number plus another negative number, what you're going to do is add them and then just take the sign, and it's negative. So for example, if I'm at negative 3 and I add negative 5, so we go down negative 5 or 5, I get to negative 8. Okay, so now let's talk about if one's positive and one's negative. Let me just erase that real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, so if I have one negative and one positive, so if I have like negative 3 plus 5, how do we do that? So if I'm at negative 3 and I go up 5 jumps, I'm going to be at 2 right there. So the reason why I'm going up 5 is because I have a positive 5 here. All right, so the best way to do this, or the easiest way, is this. The rule is if one's negative and one is positive of the numbers, then you subtract them. So I'm going to subtract them. I subtract, I get 2. So now I have negative 3 plus 5. So it's 2, and now I need to figure out what sign it is. And the sign is going to be a positive sign. The reason why is 5. Absolute value is bigger than the 3, so we take that sign, so it's a positive. But if I had this, if I had negative, let's say 5 plus 3, again, I look at this and I see that one's negative, one's positive, so that means I have to subtract, so I get 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. But what sign do I take? So the sign I need to take is I look at both numbers and I look at the absolute value. So I look at 5 and 3. Well, which one's bigger? 5 is. So I take that sign and it's a negative, so it's negative 2. Okay, so let's do one or two more like this, and then I have several examples for us to work on. Let me just erase this. There's no real quick way to erase it. All right, so next one. Let's say I have negative 7 plus 10. So one's negative, one's positive. I subtract, I get 3. And I take the sign of the bigger absolute value. 10 is bigger than the 7, so it's positive 3. But how about if I had this? How about if I had two negatives? So what do you do? So if I had negative 6 plus a negative 2, negative 6 and negative 2, you just add them. So I get 8, and then just take the negative sign. All right, so let's do a couple review. So have a piece of paper out, have a pencil, and we're going to do a couple of these. So I'm going to do these first two together, and then you guys are going to do some on your own. So the first one is this, negative 26 and negative 20. They're both negative, so if they're both negative, all I do is add. So I get 46, and it's a negative 46. Okay, next one. Again, they're both negative, so I add it, so I get 35, and they're both negative, so it's going to be negative. Okay, number 3. So if I look at number 3, let's do this one, and then I'm going to have you guys do number 4 by yourself. So 1 is negative. Negative 33 is negative, obviously, and 91 is positive. So when you have a negative and a positive, you subtract. So 91 minus 33, and you should get 58. So we're going to take the positive, make it positive because 91 is bigger than 33, and we take 91 sign. All right, you guys try 4, so pause it, do it on a sheet of paper, and then check your answer. And then hit play to check your answer. Okay, so number 4. So 1's positive, 1 is negative. So what we do is subtract them, and when I subtract them, I get 53. we take the positive sign because 88 is bigger than negative 30. 88 is bigger than 35. So we take the positive sign for 88. So it's positive 53. Okay. We'll skip number 5. It's pretty easy. All right, you guys try number 6. Pause it. Hit play when you're ready. Okay, so I have 16 plus a negative 59. So we subtract it. So I'm going to put 59 on top, minus 16. So I'm going to get 43. And it's going to be a negative 43 because 59 is bigger than 16. So I take that sign. Okay, next two. Skip those. Those are too easy. All right, these two. What I'd like you to do is pause. Hit play when you're ready. Okay, so we have 27 plus a negative 66. So one's negative, one's positive. That means I have to subtract. Okay, so when I subtract, I'm going to get 39. And it's going to be a negative 39 because 66 is bigger than 27 in absolute value. Next one, they're both negative. So it's both negative. All you got to do is add it. So when you add it, you get 142. And it's going to be a negative 142 because they're both negative. Okay. Okay, the next two. What I want you guys to do is to pause it and then hit play when you are ready. Okay, so negative 88 and 30. One's negative, one's positive. So you subtract them. So it's 58. And I take the negative sign from 88. Number 12. It's negative 85 plus 50. I subtract them. I get 35. Take the sign of the negative. So we have negative 35. Okay, and the reason why, again, you're taking the negative sign is because 85 is bigger than 50. Okay, boys and girls. I think that's it. So what I'd like you to do then is there's a worksheet, and try to do that if you can. All right, have a great day, boys and girls.